What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. When we use terms like referring to people, and we're talking about people that get under our skin, people that rub us the wrong way, people get on our nerves and this and that, people just, uh, we just don't click. That's usually because we are allowing those kind of people to control us by allowing them to do things to trigger us. And when we get to that point, it's really not about the person who's doing it anymore. It's really about you. It's really about me. Because once you make it to a stage in your life, or you should always be striving to get to a stage in your life where you have went beyond certain mental levels, and there are certain things that may have set you off 20 years ago that should never set you off today. And that just represents personal growth. Just personal growth. If you are still triggered by things 20, 25 years ago, the same type of stuff can rile you up, then in that area you have not grown much, and you put yourself in a risky situation because all it takes is for the right moment to come along, and if you snap or if you go a little bit overboard in your response, it could put you, others, and your family, your future in a bad situation or in serious jeopardy for the long haul. So the way to know if you've made those leaps is when you can see certain situations or and be in certain situations that you know once upon a time might have took you from 0 to 1,000, and now you can kind of just go, nah, let's go, man. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that no more. Then you know that you successfully crossed the bridge. You made it to the other side. Unfortunately, too many of us are still on that wrong end of the bridge, and we let people get to us. And we live in a world now where, well, I guess we've always lived in that world, but it's a lot of people that, when they have something against you, or they or they figure out how to push your buttons, they will intentionally come at you in certain ways that they know will make you lose it, that will take you there. And they will especially try to do that if you have proclaimed to be elevated beyond those points where they say, well, man, I changed my life, man. I gave my life over to God, man. I'm a different man. Oh, I ain't going back to prison no more. I'm through with all that. Or, I don't waste my time arguing over silly stuff. People, you can't just say that. There are people who gonna actually try to see how real it is. Watch this, watch this. He's saying he all this now. Watch this, watch this. I know what to say to him. And they say that one thing that always used to get you, and then it gets you again. It sets you off again, and you have proven them right, and actually shown to your own self that you haven't progressed to the point where you might have even thought you progressed. And it could be something as simple as somebody calling you a name from the past, something that used to bother you, or bringing up a situation from the past that you might have done, or you know, um, people have a tendency to want to poke at you. They want to poke at you for different reasons. And we've all been in that situation. That some of those tests we pass, some of them we fail. You just want to get to the point where you pass more tests than you fail, because you're not gonna be perfect in this walk. Just not gonna happen. You're gonna have moments where you know it gets you. But um, even the things that get you, they need to be real tiny. We should never, ever fall back and allow ourselves to be triggered by major or silly stuff that used to bother us back in the days. We can't never take certain leaps backwards. That's when you know that you haven't grown. And you're not supposed to give people that kind of power over you, man. You know, when there are folks who have no control over your life at all, they have no control over your life at all, other than what you give them based on how you let what they say affect you. See? Like, I know I ain't what you called me. I ain't no prostitute. I ain't no bum. I ain't no deadbeat. But they still calling you that. And people uh, sometimes have consistently known you and seen you throughout the years. They've seen that you've grown, but because they haven't, they got to try to keep you where they at. But other times you come across situations where you've grown and expanded, and there are people who haven't seen you in years and years and years, and they only knew you for how you was, and they haven't seen you. They haven't seen the new you. So by that, that's all they remember. Their last memory of you, unfortunately, might have been something really messed up that you did to them. So it's tough to change people's perceptions, especially on impact. They haven't seen you in 25 years, and the last time they saw you, you beat the hell out of them in the street for no reason. So that's all you are to them. Or you scammed them back in the days, and that's all you are to them. But you can't change what you did. You just can't. And you're not that person no more. But you have to. You can just live your life to where eventually uh, they'll see that you're not that person anymore. But truth be told, you shouldn't even go out your way to try to prove that to them. Now, you know, there are moments where you may see somebody that you may have wronged back in the days, and you want to try to make it right and get it off your conscience and just kind of let them know, hey man, I know what I did. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not that person anymore. They might take it. They might not. But sometimes it's good to just move in peace, move away, because you don't know how they might react. You know, they may have been looking for you to get some get back 20 years later. So it's a slippery slope. But when you know that you're different, when you know that you've grown, don't let nobody pull you backwards, bro. You just had a 52-yard run. Then the next time they give you the ball, you run all the way backwards and get tackled and lose the 52 yards. Come on, man. We ain't gonna do it like that, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all leave a comment down below. And be sure to go subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast and check out the episodes. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.